Hi everybody, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Katie with John Henry's, and today I'm here to show you some tips and tricks for preparing the perfect prime rib roast for your holiday dinner. The standing rib roast, or prime rib roast as I like to call it, is cut from the forequarter of the beef, which is known for its marbling, or fat, and also its tenderness. If you've had a ribeye steak, you'll definitely know they are very marbled and very tender. The prime rib roast is full of healthy fats, as you can see here in this demonstration of marbling here. All of these delicious, healthy fats from the beef is interspersed in here, and then you have this nice fat cap, which is going to keep it nice and moist and infuse the meat with this delicious flavor and juices. Our beef is extra marbled because the calves are left on their mother for longer than normal. So our calves stay on the mom, enjoying that good, delicious, healthy milk from their moms for a longer period of time, which gives them this nice marbled look deep into the meat. The prime rib roast can be cut bone-in, boneless, or cradle cut. So this is something special that our butchers do. This roast here that I have is a cradle cut roast. So what happens is our butcher actually debones these bones and then ties the roast back together, because there's a lot of flavor when you cook meat with a bone that just infuses that flavor into the meat. So what we recommend is cutting away the bones and then tying them back in. It makes slicing it when the finished product is done very easy. The prime rib roast can be ordered by the bone or by the pound. So a 4-bone prime rib can feed 6 to 8 people, or a 7-bone prime rib, which is the entire prime rib loin, can feed 14 people or more. For serving sizes, we recommend for a boneless prime rib that you choose a prime rib that would be 3/4 of a pound to a pound per person of meat, or for a bone-in or cradle cut prime rib, we recommend 1 pound of meat per person. That will give you some leftovers, but make sure that everybody gets to enjoy this tasty cut. When you're placing your order for your prime rib, you can choose any weight between 3 and 15 pounds, and our butchers will cut it specifically for you. Keep in mind though that if you are ordering a bone-in or cradle cut prime rib, that you can probably expect maybe a little bit more weight, or ask for a little bit more if you're having a bigger gathering, because the bones do add some weight. As many of you know, our cows are grass-fed. During the cold winter months, they are fed hay, alfalfa, baleage, which is fermented hay, and silage, which is the green corn stalk that's chopped up and fermented. We never give any antibiotics or hormones, so our cows are living a healthy, active lifestyle out on our farm. There are several different cooking methods for a variety of different meat cuts, but for the prime rib roast, I recommend the oven. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to cook this prime rib in the oven. I wanted to remind everybody that we have a recipe corner on our website, www.johnhenrys.net/recipe corner, and you can find some great recipes like this prime rib roast one here. When placing an order for a holiday meat cut, you can ask to receive a recipe card, and we'll send you this really nice cardstock recipe card that you can keep and use for your reference. We're actually going to be following this recipe on the back here today. It's one of my favorites, and it's tried and true, super easy for the prime rib. All right, so we're ready to get cooking. To do that, we are going to take my favorite Caesar dressing, which is the Simply Dressed Caesar dressing, and we're going to coat and marinate the prime rib. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it is absolutely amazing. Once we've done that, we're going to sprinkle it with our favorite seasonings and put it in the pan. But actually, I think I'm going to put it in the pan first, so that way if any of the Caesar drips off or my extra seasonings, what it will do is all the drippings from the prime rib will also accumulate in the bottom of the pan, and later when I want to make gravy or something for my holiday dinner, I'll have all of those flavors in there. When placing the prime rib in your pan, you will want to place it on the bones, or if you've bought a boneless prime rib, you're going to want to put it on a rack. All right, let's get marinating. All right, I'm going to take my brush and just brush it on all over the place. First time I heard about this, I thought it was so weird, but oh, the flavor is amazing. And then I'm just going to actually turn this over and get the underside, because you really do want to coat all sides. Okay, now that this is coated with the Caesar dressing, I'm going to flip it back over and place it on its bones. There we go. All right, I'm going to wash my hands and we are going to sprinkle it with some of my favorite seasonings. A mixture of salt, pepper, garlic, anything that you feel would taste really good on a steak will be great to sprinkle onto your prime rib roast. Sprinkle liberally with seasoning because this is the fat cap, and it will cause all of the juices to go into the meat, and it will flavor that fat with the seasoning blend that you use. Another perk of the Caesar dressing is it really helps the seasoning stick. Looks delicious and it's ready for the oven. Okay, this prime rib is now ready to marinate for 1 to 3 hours on the counter. What that will do is it will bring the meat to room temperature and it will cook great. So once that's ready, you're going to preheat your oven to 500 degrees. I didn't even know that my oven could go up to 500 degrees, but it can. And this is the best part about cooking a prime rib. We're going to do a little bit of math to see how many minutes we have to cook this prime rib at 500 degrees. Once we figure that out, we're able to turn off the oven and let it sit with the oven closed, don't open it, for 2 hours. And then once we take it out, we can serve it immediately, which is super nice because we can decide when your holiday dinner is going to be served because you have everything figured out and timed out perfectly with a prime rib. For a medium rare prime rib, you're going to multiply 5 times the number of pounds that your prime rib is. So for my prime rib here, it is 6 pounds. So I'm going to multiply 5 times 6, which gives me 30. So I will cook this prime rib for 30 minutes. If I would like it to be medium, I'm going to multiply 6 times the pounds that this prime rib is, which is 6, which will give me 36 minutes. So I would cook this prime rib, if I'd like it medium, for 36 minutes. Then you turn off the oven and you allow it to sit. It cooks internally in that oven, soaks up all of its juices, everything, and after 2 hours you can take it out. It's still nice and hot and ready to serve. And we're back. It's been 2 hours and 30 minutes and we're ready to take our prime rib out of the oven. Ooh, it looks delicious. There it is. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video and this delicious prime rib recipe. Thank you so much for supporting our farm.